Our organization, excuse me, has been focused on research and innovation as best we can as regards to apiculture. And over the last 18 months, we've been running a hive monitoring program where we look at four variables in beehives, the brood temperature, humidity, the weight, and the acoustics that come from the hive in order to try to establish the optimal conditions for a beehive and to analyze it and cross-reference that data to see if we can find correlations between what's happening in the current climate change environment. We also have a selective breeding program, which we select the best colonies. We produce queens from the best colonies on the island and we crossbreed them and to try to establish if we can get better producing stock. And we've also focused on value-added products from the hive of higher value, which we can obviously profit better from. So in our research and innovation, as I said, we've looked at hive monitors. We use a system called the RNA hive monitoring system out of the UK. And we've also worked with a company out of India called Leopardtech, and they've developed a hive monitoring app for us, which we can distribute to beekeepers in our cluster, and they can upload information as to how their hives are progressing, and we can look at that data, give them assistance via virtually, or we can directly go in and assist them. So we've tried to integrate technology into our hive apparatus, and we've also tried to mirror this implementation of technology into other Caribbean islands. So we have a project running in Trinidad where we're going to replicate a lot of the tools that we've established here in St. Lucia technologically and bring that to Trinidad as well. So we are moving forward, and as my colleague said, we are venturing beyond our shores to find some recognition, as well as try to establish our own here as well. You want a little bit more? Okay, so selective breeding, just for those of you that are sure what selective breeding is all about, we try to look at bees or colonies of bees that have the traits that we want. So we want less aggressive or more calmer bees. We want bees that have good honey production. We're also looking for bees which have good hygiene practices. Bees have, as you know, are under a lot of global threat from throughout the world with pesticides and climate change and all kinds of different new parasites and viruses which are attacking them. So one of the best things to help bees is that because they don't have an proper immune system like humans do, we like to have bees that project the greatest hygiene practices. So this is a great thing for us as well. And also we do something called instrumental insemination. So in order to crossbreed the lines of bees that we want, we actually collect drone sperm from the small male bees, and we maybe take about 20 or 30 and we would inseminate that into a female bee, and that will go into a spermatheca, and we will look for the results of that crossbreeding exercise and try to mirror that in more colonies that have the best attributes that we believe that can help us to expand our apiculture sector. Moving on to value-added products. One of the things that climate change has taught us is that as a commercial beekeeper, we produce a lot of honey, but because of the inclement weather due to the seasons, sometimes that can become unpredictable. So it's forced us and forced our organization to look into other value-added products to help sustain us. So some of the stuff we've done, we've worked with a young lady by the name of Shakira Roberts, and we produce a solid lotion. So rather than you having a lotion in a plastic bottle, she infuses it with a number of other products. There's a solid bar, but when you rub it on your skin, it melts on skin contact. So that's an environmentally good product to have. It's less plastics and comes in a nice little paper box, and it's very good. We've done soaps, we've done candles, and probably one of our best innovations is that we've gone into the field of producing apitoxin. Apitoxin is the venom from the bees. It's quite a valuable substance. It's been used in acupuncture to help people with multiple sclerosis and other remedies for many, many years. But one of the prime uses of late is that there's been research recently that they can use it to cure certain types of breast cancer. Also, there's some kinds of stomach cancer that's been used for as well. And also, if you've got an allergic reaction to these things, the only way you can overcome that is for a doctor to administer low doses of apitoxin to you, so your body builds a resistance to the substance. So there's many medicinal uses and research uses for this product. It's very valuable. A gram of raw apitoxin could probably cost in the range of about $30 to $40 per gram, and processed it can be anywhere from $150 to $300 per gram, depending on the compound mix that the researchers may be looking for. So we're trying to transcend from, as Mr. Romulus would say, the low-hanging fruits, beyond that to the higher value products that we can derive from the hive. We also harvest large quantities of propolis. Propolis is very good for women's fertility, treatments for diabetes. Traditionally, in where years gone by, it was the active ingredient in cough syrups. So there is a very active market because people are looking for alternatives. One of the things that we're looking at from an antibacterial standpoint for both our honey and our propolis is to see how they react in laboratory experiments to test the antibacterial properties. There has been a lot of research being done in Brazil in this regards, and we would like to mirror some of that research that's been done in Brazil, in St. Lucia, to test the antibacterial properties of the propolis that's produced by our bees in St. Lucia and the surrounding Caribbean. So if there are found, we find that there are specific times of the year where there's specific propolis, which is resins from particular trees, we may be able to harvest this and benefit from this and package this and patent this, Mr. Auger, and move forward to better things for our future. So we are really trying to innovate, do a lot of research, and diversify and grow a whole industry through our organization, especially through the help of SGP, that have been, I think, a savior for the apiculture sector, and really have been, OP6 and OP7, they've really focused on apiculture and building livelihoods through people getting into the field of apiculture. And I think some of the work we've been able to do through the assistance of SGP will enable us to innovate and help more farmers and help more beekeepers to realize the full potential of the apiculture sector. So I will not fall under the cosh of our chairperson, and I think I've finished within my 5-minute parameter. Thank you very much for your time.